How does it sound?
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
I feel like you're close enough to the mic.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Oh, now the sound's.
What's that?
And the sound went on my phone now.
Mine's going in and out too. All your earrings.
Okay.
I got some questions that we had on Facebook, so we'll go through those, and we'll just kind of flow because we want to talk about Thanksgiving, the second part of the podcast. But I have just a couple things we'll hit on, then we'll hit Thanksgiving, and then we'll.
Do I get an extra day off for Thanksgiving? And if we draw names, we might be able to get our names done.
Correct. Are you ready?
Yep.
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Just Talking Out Loud. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
And we want to say happy Thanksgiving week.
Yippee!
You know, before we start, you were upstairs, and I started thinking about this because it is Thanksgiving week, but there is not memento, that's not the right word. It's momentous. I mean, it's huge. I feel bad.
A monumental?
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Monumental. Thank you. And I feel bad because I think we should have done more. But my beautiful wife turned 60.
I will, yeah.
Well
this
you did.
Before, yeah.
Because you have to understand
before
where we
this,
are.
yeah.
Remember where we are.
Yeah.
And she obviously she does not look 60. She looks fantastic. But it's, you know, we both know how hard it's hard work to try and keep the body from flabbing and sagging and yeah. But happy birthday.
Thanks.
We love you. I love you.
Thanks.
Me, myself, and I, that's we. But I do, because there was some idea. Why are you going to go do nothing for your wife?
Well, my sister's been pushing you to do something.
You know, I know.
I'm wondering if she's going to do something.
I don't think so. I don't think.
I told her I didn't really care. I mean, I would love for someone to have dinner and all three of my kids be there.
That's what we should
do.
Yeah.
And the neighbors want to go out for mine and his. And she said me and her is going to just pick a day because your mom's having your side Thanksgiving on.
At this point, we'd already had it.
Yeah, what would they were supposed to have it on his
Sunday,
birthday? Yeah. So.
But yeah, so we want to. But I wanted to say happy birthday and I love you. And it's been not just, you know, we've been together since 1985. So we got 40 years coming up.
We have been together longer than that.
Yeah.
We've been married since 1985.
Correct. And we have been through ups and downs and we have three.
We started dating in 82 or 3, maybe late 82.
Yeah,
in the fall of 82.
Right. I went to work at Foodland, fell in love with the cashier. She left, and then Terry came down. No, fell in love with a cashier that kept staring at me down the aisle when I was.
No, you were staring at me.
No, you were looking at me. I would look up, and you're looking at me. So
you were stalking down my aisle all the time.
Not all the time. There were other aisles. There's like 15 aisles.
No, but every time you could, you would.
Oh, brother. We're not going to be able to get you out of the door here. Okay. Your head's going to get too big.
Okay.
But no, it's been a great, 40 years. Coming up in April, it'll be 40 years. And we're going to do something that we haven't done is go away on Easter. I didn't know it was Easter. I had no idea.
Our anniversary actually falls on Easter this time.
I had no idea it was Easter. So we're going to Nag's Head on Easter, which I had no idea that's what it was until afterwards.
I said, what? Did you look the calendar? That might be Easter.
Didn't.
And you said, oh, I didn't. And
never looked at it. So anyway, that's, but I wanted to say happy birthday and hopefully in, another, let's see, well, we can't say another 60, it'd be 120. Many, many years of another happy birthday. Let's put it that way. All right. So I asked some questions and some of them was the one that we actually talked about on our last podcast was about cookies. What is your favorite cookie?
Did you get a lot of?
I did. I got a lot. Lauren had said that she calls them thumbprint cookies. She likes to think of them as peanut butter blossoms, but she said she could eat her body weight in those. And you make a similar, like a peanut butter, right? Well, that's just the, what do you call that with the Hershey Kiss on top? That's the same thing, isn't it?
Hershey Kiss or a peanut butter cup in it, yeah.
Annette said chocolate chip, which I said chocolate chip would be popular. Kristen said good old chocolate chip. Carl said anything homemade, no bake, CC peanut butter, pumpkin would be his favorite. Cowboy cookie and raisin cookie from Dawn. I used to love my grandmother's raisin cookies. And then they actually had something very similar, not exactly, at Sam's. And then they stopped. Yeah, they quit stopped carrying them. There. Mm-hmm. I think Mom found some at Foodland, but I don't know if they still have them or not.
If they were as good.
Then here's what happened. Because I asked, I wonder what a cowboy cookie is. So then Penny said, what's a cowboy cookie? And she says it has coconut, pecans, chocolate, and oats in it. And she says it's delicious. Does that sound like something? It kind of sounds like something I would like. That you wouldn't mind.
I would like it.
Andrea said mega stuffed Oreos. The more stuff, any the better. Penny says good old oatmeal raisin cookie, especially when they're warm.
Yeah.
Or good and warm.
Those are good.
John said my wife makes a mad nut horn. My mom makes like a nut roll. I don't know what a nut, I'm assuming it's kind of the same. Yeah. Of course, I love the nut rolls, but I also, as you know, my favorite is the
sugar cookie.
No, well, yeah, but I mean the other one with the stuff. Your sister makes it for me. The Lady Locks. Love Lady Locks. Love them.
She makes them just for you.
She does. Tracy said peanut butter blossom. Janet said Lady Locks. Anything chocolate. Well, I thought you said she made them for me, but she said she likes them. So there you go.
She likes them too.
Chocolate and peanut butter. Diane said peanut butter with Hershey Kiss in the center. We just talked about that for Christmas that you might be making. Danielle said doesn't get better than warm chocolate chip. You met Danielle. Yeah. Unfortunately, in not a great circumstance, but you got to meet Danielle. Elaine said agree with Danielle. I think I
met her one other time, too.
Yeah, probably. Kimberly said white chocolate macadamia nut. And Joe said oatmeal raisin. So just some of the favorite cookies out there. What body feature do you get the most compliments on? Have you ever gotten a compliment on a body, like a body feature, your eyes, maybe your... Suzanne said her eyes. Marcus said my big mouth. And Jody said my attitude, but not sure that meant to be a compliment, but I took it that way. But I don't think I've ever had anybody compliment on a body part.
Eyes.
Your eyes? Yeah, you do have, I think it's your eyes. Is there anything on me that... Don't answer that.
You're skinny, no butt?
I got a little bit of a butt. It's not much, but it's there. You can grab it. My jeans, the jeans I wear, don't you think there's like a little bit of... Wow. It's not flat.
If you don't buy the right jeans,
well, it does. Saggy. Then it's saggy. You don't want a saggy...
It looks like you got a little pile of poop.
You definitely don't want to... Yes, you don't want a pile of poop in your pants because you got no butt. Okay, last one. Name a song that always reminds you of your time in high school. Is there a song...
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them.
Okay, give me some.
Celebrate.
Oh, Cool in the Gang. Cool in the Gang. Okay. Because you went to school in high school in you graduated in 82. Yeah, that's Joe. Joe's got You Dropped a Bomb on Me. That was his. Elaine said You Can't Always Get What You Want, which is a good song. Kristen said The Middle, Jimmy Eat World. Ice Ice Baby by Alan. Not by Alan. He likes that one. And Annette said Candle in the Wind. And I started thinking about songs from the 80s, from 1980 to 84. That's when I went to high school. And Chicago, I know Chicago had the song that I listened to. And I don't know why. I don't think I broke up with her at that time, but it was the one where, I just had it. No, it's gone. It's I have it here. I lost it.
Trying to think. There's a couple other ones. I should.
Every little. Let's see how to go. Oh crap! I can't remember. I just hard to say. I'm sorry. That's what it was. You remember that song? Mm-hmm. For some reason, You're the Inspiration. Chicago was huge back in the 80s. But then there was Footloose.
What's the one that's Ship Sailing?
Oh, Christopher Cross.
Yeah.
He was big too in the early 80s. Sailing.
That was
luckily we're not a singing
Someone used
podcast.
to sing on the band bus, I think.
But those were just some of the songs that reminded people of their high school years. And you kind of named some of them from other people, you know. So we're going to talk Thanksgiving coming up here in the second part. Some of our remembrances of Thanksgiving, some of the things that maybe we remember from past, you know.
Oh, my childhood Thanksgivings were very good because my birthday and two of my cousins' birthday when we all lived in Michigan.
Yeah, you got to celebrate all together.
Yeah, I have a cousin that's 1 week older than me, and I have a cousin that's a year and a week younger than me. And so my grandmother would make, like, you know, them pot pie tins?
Yeah.
She makes us each a cupcake in that.
Oh, okay. Those are cool.
And they put candles in it and put it on. I mean, they have pictures of us in our high chairs.
Oh, with that,
that
little cut.
Like the first time Normie's like 1 and we're 2.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And we're sitting there with this big cupcake in front of us.
That's pretty cool. That's a neat idea.
Yeah. And I wonder who has those pictures now.
I don't know. I've seen any of you in a high chair with a.
Yeah.
There might be up there.
We're downstairs because we used to have Thanksgiving at Grandma's house. She had this great big ping pong table, like Olympia size, and they would put tablecloths on. We would eat down there on that big, so that everyone could sit around it. All the grown ups sat on that, and then as we got bigger, we had a kid table.
Right.
But the way her basement was all open, and the stairs come down in the middle. And she had canning shelves in like a mini kitchen over here where she canned, and she had a little canning closet. And there was a table there, so they bring that over closer to the ping pong table, and they clean, and they would set that all up nice. And then the kids would sit at the kitchen table, and the adults would sit at the
we would have. Well, we'll talk about this coming up. We had spaghetti for Thanksgiving. We'll talk about that coming up.
Oh yeah,
in a little bit. So. The new world now is AI, right? So everybody's getting into AI. And apparently some people that are in new relationships are actually using like ChatGPT, which is an AI to win fights. So what they would do is, this is a new hack.
What do you mean when they fight with
say you and I are having a fight.
We're having a disagreement.
So we would take it to the ChatGPT and type in what we're fighting about and what you said, what I said. Young couples especially are using this to officiate their arguments to help one side win or the other. So what you do is you feed the details of the argument along with each person's stance. But yeah, the idea is the robot is supposed to be neutral. But
it's not.
But the problem is when you feed it the information, sometimes you can slant it towards what you want it
to come out
to say. You know what I mean? Like this therapist said, be careful because it's really not that neutral. Could be a good tool if you just need to vent and get general advice on how to have more productive arguments. But if you ask something in a biased way, the answer is going to be biased. For example, there's a good chance it'll back you up if you phrase it like, I think they're being a jerk. Am I nuts? So obviously it's going to come back. So this guy went on Reddit because his girlfriend was constantly going to ChatGPT to win arguments. She'd pause a fight, go ask ChatGPT about it, come back with a well-constructed argument breaking down everything he said or did. He says it's not fair to fight that way. He asked her to stop, but she ran that through ChatGPT also, and then came back and said, you're being insecure. Which he's like, no, I'm just, you're not giving me any, like what my argument. What's, hear my argument.
You're not giving me any.
You're letting the machine tell us how to fight, and you're not doing it necessarily.
Any benefits of the doubts. You're not giving me any.
No, because you're feeding into a machine, but you're being biased about
for
it.
Being,
And that's not the way to me. I wouldn't be. I mean, if I have actually used for some of my stuff lately, I've been using AI just to kind of get
see what
like I'll take a story and I'll say, tell me what. Give me another summary of this. Cause maybe it's like 14
long,
paragraphs long.
So
I'll feed it into it and it'll shorten it up as to like this one coming up, how people prefer holding hands. And I would ask it like certain questions. But to have an argument and then throw it into a machine doesn't seem like, because you can go to a therapist, and I would think most therapists would be biased or unbiased, and try to listen to both sides, right? I would think. But if
unless it's a moral issue and she agrees with one of their morals.
Well, that could happen. Yes, that could definitely happen for sure. Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, because you're depending on what we're, talking about, if you're cheating on someone, well, they're not going to say, well, wait a minute.
That's okay.
Why are you cheating? We might get to the root of it.
Yeah.
Like, are you guys not communicating enough? You're not, not giving each other the time that you need to.
Not meeting each other's needs.
Correct. We've been talking about that. And you want to be able to meet each other's needs. And yes, sometimes one of us might need more time than another, but you got to try and work that out. But I don't think asking a computer is
always the best
is a great idea. No. Just my opinion, but that's how new couples apparently are fighting. So, all right, let's talk about holding hands. What is your preferred way of holding my hand? If I'm holding your hand, how do you like your hand to be held?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Never thought that much about it.
You never thought about us holding hands. I thought that was a big thing.
We usually hold hands.
We sometimes interlock our fingers.
But most of the time we don't. I don't know. I can't remember.
Is that how long it's been since I've held your hand? It hasn't been that long, has it?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Well, it's kind of hard with a 3 and a 1-year-old in between us. So he did this poll to find out what is the preferred method of holding hands.
I would say interlocked fingers, probably.
30% said they prefer holding hands with interlocked fingers. And the thing with me is I like that, but after a while, your fingers kind of get like, kind of scrunch it up. Mm-hmm. Do you squeeze too hard? Do you ever have to hold somebody's hand in church and they're all sweaty?
Yeah.
Do you ever do that?
Yeah, when they say.
Yeah, they grab the person next to you or, hold their hands.
And they're like going like this.
Yeah, they're trying to, They're like, oh, I didn't think I'd have to hold hands today. I didn't put any lotion on. They might be all rough and scaly. Mm-hmm. So 30% like to interlock fingers. 20% rather do it with cupped hands, which you just talked about. 38% said they're fine with both. 4% said neither. They don't even like holding hands. And the results are similar for men and women, but they're very different depending on age. Holding hands with interlocked fingers is much more popular among young generations than older. Gen Z likes the method to just 17 boomers. On the flip side, 15% like cupped hands, the Gen Z, 29% of boomers. So, I guess here's the thing. Just grab your beautiful partner's hand and hold it, and it'll all work out. Let them know
that you care.
Yeah, just let them know that you give a crap one way or the other. They'll like it, but you also have to wonder, did the person wash their hands? Because this story came out about this study on how much people actually wash their hands after going to the bathroom. This is kind of a scary thing in a way, because I'm trying to teach Finn, even though he's not really Well, so I don't understand why
he
he
likes
wants
to play in the water afterwards.
Well, yeah, but he wants to pick himself up when he's peeing. When did that start?
Oh, he does?
Like, whenever.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, whenever he's going to
Our
potty.
last trip to the bathroom was real fun for me. I ran to the bathroom. He comes holding himself, and I'm sitting on the
Oh, and he
toilet,
has to pee.
And I started, and he's holding himself. So he sits on I had the little potty there.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
getting it. So he's sitting next, so we're both sitting there.
Like Grammy and grandson
having a poop fest
poop
together.
fest together. Well, but he wants to pick himself up, so he lifts himself up.
And
like
he's going to pee in your
face.
face.
He's going to pee right in my face. Like, put that thing back down in there. So I'll go and I don't really want to, but he says, "No, don't do that." I said, "Well, yeah, but you're going to pee on me. I don't really want a mouthful
when
of pee."
he sat on the little potty, he pointed it down.
See,
to
but
that.
on the big,
so
okay.
it was. I mean, he did because he didn't know if it was going to come out. I just was like, because I was trying to, you ever you got a stream going and you're trying to cut it off, and I couldn't. I was like,
I think we're getting time. It's getting to the point where we should probably consider just have him stand if he can control it.
Yeah,
but sometimes he wants to move around.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, he's thinking it's
and
like.
I'm trying to get him to pull his own pants down, and I want him to.
Oh, he won't pull his own pants down.
Yeah, I'm trying to just get him to be more independent.
Right.
Like I would love if he's going to use a big potty, slide the little stool, put the little potty on top, and take your pants off, and you know what I mean. Trying to get him because I would rather him use the little potty and do more independently than me have to pick him up and
right
and put him on because he's heavy when I'm leaned over like that.
Well, you mean if he's standing
30
up?
sometime,
I just set him down. I don't hold him.
Well, no, I mean, but you have to lift him to the potty.
If he's standing. Oh yeah, lifting to get him up on the potty.
because he's not tall enough for the potty downstairs.
That's true. Yeah,
on the big potty, but on the little, like when he came running in, and I was like, "Ooh!" I'm like, I can't stop. Grandma can't stop, and he's going, "I gotta go. I said, "Do you mind using the little potty?" So I was
prairie dogging it. And he wants to sit on the potty.
I'm like,
the prairie dog is coming. I can't get up right now.
I was trying to. I was like,
you pushing it a little harder?
Yeah, but no, I was like
pushing a little
trying
harder?
to cut everything off. Everything, like
Cut it off.
like trying. I was in full
abort.
I was in full stream trying to make it stop so he could use the potty.
Wait till there's two of them potty training. You're stuck on there. There's only one small potty, and the other one's way upstairs.
I know.
Now you're asking for trouble. Anyway, that's
especially if you once you start going, it's hard to just.
I just got this picture of you and Fenn sitting in the bathroom, both going to the bathroom at the same time. I can't. I'd have performance anxiety. I wouldn't be able to go if he's in there too. I'm done.
Like I said, I was in full stream already. I was already peeing full. I mean.
You were in full commitment.
I had 20 ounces in me coming out.
Oh, okay.
And I was like...
Well, I thought you were pooping.
Oh, well, then I could feel that I needed to. And I was like, oh, crap. What am I going to do?
Literally. Oh, crap.
Oh, crap. Oh, can I hold it? And I was trying to get just to stop so I could, help him. And I'm like...
Did he poop?
Yeah, and then he ended up sitting and pooping, and that was his second one today. And he ended up sitting, yeah.
About you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're trying to teach him.
So then we ended up sitting and finishing together.
But, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Finishing, yeah. What'd you and Grandma do today? Well, we sat in the potty and had a little poopy party in the bathroom. So they asked
and then here comes Beckett.
Yeah, he waddles. It's so funny to watch him walk.
He comes walking in, and he's like, "Oh, you left me out of the party." And
I got no place to sit.
He grabs a potty book and pushes the button. It's potty time. It's potty time. It's POTTY.
Well, at least he's keeping busy.
Yeah.
How often do you wash your hands after using the loo? 19% of people admit they skip the soap and water every time. So 19% are going in and walking right back out. And
that's just gross.
Especially if you're handling food after that. 42% don't always wash up. That's a lot. 42%. Ladies are slightly better at hygiene than guys. 83% of women wash their hands post-toilet compared to 80% of men. But when it comes to pre-food prep, 55% of men get sudsy, 62% of women do. Well, at least it's more than half, but it's still not that great. Younger folks, 34 and under, are very casual about hand washing, and 69% do it every time. So it's still over more than half, 69%. The number climbs to 86 for those over 65 because you don't want germs. You catch everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest things. They say if you don't want to catch anything, you
wash
need
your
to
hands.
wash your hands often.
Especially when the COVID was around. Don't want the germs. Why the gap? Many simply don't see the risk. Then they did this study in India, revealed that kids weren't worried about getting sick. 46% cited not being able to see germs, so it's not that big of a deal. If you can't see it, you're not getting it, but that's not how it works.
Ask our potty the day I was sitting on it with a bucket in my lap.
Yeah, we're coming out of both ends.
Yeah.
If you skip washing, there's millions of germs that hide, that can hitch a ride on your hands, spreading the love to everybody else, especially vulnerable folks like the elderly and those that are battling illnesses. Remember, folks, hand washing isn't just about you. It's about keeping everyone safe, including your grandchildren, your parents, whatever. So if you go to the bathroom, can you please just wash your hands? Is it really that big of a hassle? What's the big deal?
It just takes a couple minutes.
Apparently, people just, I don't know, are always in a hurry. I hope it's, it makes you think when you go out for something to eat. And, did they wash their hands?
The people in the kitchen,
you always wonder, are they wearing gloves? Do they have to wear gloves? Do they wear the gloves and still scratch their crotch anyway, or grab their armpit? So it doesn't matter, right? I mean, you remember I told you that story about my grandfather. Guy came up to the table, put both hands under both of his armpits. I don't know how true this story is, but I always thought it was funny. Grabbed both his armpits, scratching, and he said, "What do I get you?" And he said, "Give me 4 bottles of pop and don't open them." And they were out of there. So, yeah, it makes you wonder. If you thought about it, you probably wouldn't go out to eat at all. Ever. If you thought about hygiene, you hope for the best. We've been fairly lucky, knock on wood.
I've let all of our kids stir things in the kitchen, so who knows?
Yeah. Well, but they're stirring things. They're not putting their hands in the dough.
Well, who knows if they licked their fingers and stuck it back in there.
Well, that's true.
I mean,
so they turn your back and they're taking their finger wanting to see what it tastes like.
Brownie mix. Oh, that tastes good.
Yeah. So Terry had talked about, I don't know where the story came up about, and this will be our last story, then we'll talk all about Thanksgiving, and that is gadgets that are spying on you. How did that came up? Because you were talking about I don't know. Oh, you were reading a story or something about hotels.
No, that hero blanket, the fire blanket. They also have a pen that will get you. It will, if you go around, it'll show you spy gadgets. Like if you go into a public restroom, it'll show you. And there's sometimes
you mean it like alerts you if there's a camera in the bathroom.
There's a camera in the bathroom watching.
This is on that fire blanket.
Yeah.
Thing?
Well, no, it's another commercial, something like that.
Same company.
I don't know.
Oh.
I think maybe. I don't know.
Because like when you go into Gabe's or Sam's Club and you take all your clothes off because that's how you
get to go to the bathroom. Yeah, right.
No, I'm talking about change when you trying on clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Not going to the bathroom.
Oh, well, in the try-ons. I've never thought about them in there. They probably are in there now. Now I'm not going to try on any clothes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just ruined it for you. Now you're not going to go try clothes on. But I mean, like, I know you go to the bathroom. Some people like to watch other people go to the bathroom.
That's gross.
It's kind of weird.
It's weird.
That's a weird fetish. You know what I mean?
Especially after you smell Beckett's.
Because first of all, you're in to me, it's not even sexy. You're sitting on a toilet. Your legs are all cramped up. You're all bent over because you're trying to,
plop,
push out a number 2 that might be bigger than the hole it's coming out of. It's not really where I was going, but it just that's why you end up with hemorrhoids. I don't know why I ended up.
Friend will say when he's sitting there.
Oh, he's just
too big.
Yeah, it's too big. It's too big. Yeah, and I've never heard that in my life. It's too big. Never. Anyway, let's get back to the spying. So, how many gadgets are actually spying on you? Now, I don't know if it necessarily means looking at you. Yes, like listening, not necessarily
looking, but listening too.
So you have air fryers, right? You have smart TVs. And are they collecting personal data?
Our phones, I believe our phones are, because I said something about looking for a doghouse. Man, I got all kinds of ads on my phone for a doghouse. You know, different companies selling doghouse. Hey, this one's looking for a doghouse. They all sent me.
If you want to do a test, all you got to do is, look at, not necessarily pick up your phone, but just say lawnmowers or leaf blowers and see what comes up. In fact, I just did it. My phone's right there. We'll see if I get any. Do that as a test and see if it comes up that way, because I bet it will. Anyway, so are these things taking a lot of your data? According to a report from consumer group Which, their study found that some air fryers and smart watches can track your precise location.
An air fryer?
Yeah, I know. I don't understand the air fryer thing.
I don't get the air fryer.
Record audio and even send data to servers in other countries. Smart tech manufacturers collect data from consumers with little or no transparency, says Harry Rose, who's an editor at Which. Among the findings, here's some of the findings that they found that you might be gathering some information from. Some air fryers sent personal data to servers in China, while certain smart TVs required zip codes or were linked to trackers from Facebook or Google. Smart speakers also raise concerns. You just talked about Amazon. And Google offer privacy controls. They still rely heavily on data tracking, which advises users to review device permissions, limit data sharing where possible, and read privacy policies, the ones that we never read. Those long policies. Read our privacy policy. How many times do we really read it? We just agree to it, and who knows? But I know there's some ways to limit the way it's taken. Like it'll say, can we, what was it? Can we track where you are? Can we send you, I always say no or not. Yeah, try not to allow, but it can be a little.
Or only when I'm on this app. Some of them say, but yeah.
So it can be a little.
Like when you're using maps on the phone,
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. So think about your Thanksgivings. What is your ultimate favorite food? Well, I know what it is, but I mean, maybe it's something different for everybody. Some people don't like to have turkey. Some people do the roast beef and carrots and potatoes, which is not bad either. I do like that. Something different. Although I don't have turkey a lot, so I'm kind of look forward to the turkey. So we'll talk about Thanksgiving. That's all coming up next. So you want to start a podcast. Maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun. And I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world. Or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. And it is a lot of fun. Just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. Today's the day. Podcasting is easy. It's inexpensive. And it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website. And all you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players. And you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter. And they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. So we wish everyone a very, very happy Thanksgiving. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? Give us a text. Are you getting together with family and friends? Some people do Friendsgiving. There was someone on Montana was talking about she had done her first Friendsgiving, where they have friends come over and do they did the frozen turkey and stuff. So a lot of people doing that too, besides getting together
with their family.
With families. We have done the family thing ever since I can remember, and we try to get as well. What we do now, which I like the idea. I mean, I don't know, but so the kids are not running, because a lot of times we would wait till Thanksgiving Day. Kids would come over 2 hours, eat, and they would have to leave to the next, which I understand. I mean, I don't want anybody to miss out.
The in-laws.
Right. But in what we started doing was my mom and brother, and I think it's a good thing, but we try to do it the weekend before. Like Christmas is on a Wednesday. We'll probably have Christmas the Saturday or Sunday. And I believe that, when you're hearing this, we've already had our Thanksgiving. When you hear this. So yeah, I mean, part of my Thanksgiving memories going way back when I was young would be in my grandfather's basement. They'd have the long table set up. That was the one Grandma Mary and Uncle Dom, or Grandpa Dom, but not Uncle Bob. They'd have the little different color of
my
paint.
First Thanksgiving with you.
But even before that, cousins were all there.
Smelts.
Yeah, smelts. There was big thing of spaghetti in the middle.
Big raviolis.
Little
she had
tiny
made
turkey.
raviolis and I think she made the turkey just for me.
I don't know.
Diane.
She's done that before. She's had the turkey before. I never looked at it because it was homemade noodles. Because she'd had remember that big white machine that made those noodles? Oh my gosh. Talk about memories. Just loved that spaghetti. Not just
her homemade pasta.
And my other grandmother made
I could only eat a
spaghetti.
little bit of it.
Because the noodles were so wide.
It was just sank like, yeah.
Yeah. But if you had to do your favorite side dishes, Campbell's, they did a survey from all 50 states and detailing their Thanksgiving dinner. So obviously for me, it's not, it used to be spaghetti. But it would be, of course, the turkey, the stuffing. I got to have some stuffing. After that, it's kind of like, I don't know, like obviously the corn. Do you do a salad? Do you do the salad for?
I like my salad.
You like your salad? But if you're putting on your plate, what are you putting on there?
A little bit of everything.
Okay, so what is everything?
Usually turkey.
Right.
And stuffing.
You do gravy over both?
And mashed potatoes.
You do gravy? Oh, yeah, mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes and corn.
Gotta have
your
the
mom
corn.
a lot of times has corn and green beans.
Sometimes she has both.
And then she usually has a salad.
And a ham. She's doing ham,
Sometimes
too.
she's a ham and sweet potatoes, too.
Yeah, she's doing a turkey, a ham, because
if she has all that, I'll have a wee little bit of all of that, and I'll have too much. I'll be really full because I'm not used to eating that much.
Giant Eagles has 89 cent a pound turkeys on sale right now.
Oh,
so she went and got one 17-pound bird. And she said, what's disappointing, she says, is it doesn't seem like there's a lot of meat on the bird. But anyway, she's also getting a ham. So we're going to have both. But you're right. The mashed potatoes with the gravy. Do you do the gravy too?
Uh-huh.
So you do the mashed potatoes. What about the yams? Got to have some. Or is that yams? Do we do yams?
Yams or sweet potatoes, yeah.
So they did this. It said the results confirm, what we already knew. Side dishes, they say, are the main attraction on Turkey Day.
Because some people really love pumpkin pie too, or cranberry sauce and stuff like that.
Some people said they'd skip turkey altogether and just eat sides only. But it kind of defeats the purpose. But sometimes the sides are good if you're not just going right for the pies.
Yeah.
60% said they enjoy cooking the sides more than the turkey, but the turkey's easy, especially now if you can do that straight from the freezer right to the oven.
Yeah. I've always used the cooking bag. And
because
you do it, you just slide it in there and
it's got the giblets in there and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So aside from the sides, Campbell finds that folks who opt for a non-traditional Friendsgiving, we just talked about that, are more likely to get creative in the kitchen. A third of those say they consider Friendsgiving a time to experiment with new recipes. So that's a good idea, I guess, if you want to try something totally different. So what is the favorite Thanksgiving side dish overall? Number one would be what?
Stuffing.
Yep, number one. Stuffing is number one. What do you think number two is, Terry? You're on a roll. You even mentioned it on your plate. I forgot about.
The yams, the sweet potatoes,
the mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Number two, you said sweet potato casserole.
Yeah.
Or
a lot of people like it with all the marshmallows and stuff on it.
Green bean casserole is number four. And number five is kind of surprising, but Fen would love it.
Cucumber salad.
No. Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Loves that mac and cheese. So that's just some of the things that people are looking forward to for Thanksgiving. Is it hard for you to believe that we're already here? Does it seem odd that we're already Thanksgiving?
It seems crazy that Beckett's a year old.
It does. It does. And walking. It's so weird to see him walking.
I've been a whole year not going to work. It just can't be that. You know what I mean?
Yep. I know what you mean. Yep. Yeah, exactly. But you've been retired for
a year.
A year now. Yeah. It's crazy to think how fast it goes.
I haven't even went in and saw the people this year because I'm just like busy all the time.
The 3 days that you are not going back and forth, you're trying to do the 900 other things that we didn't get done.
And then every other week,
So at gatherings, that's my most favorite thing is just seeing the kids.
Yeah, because
getting together.
When you were real young, did you guys still always have Thanksgiving at each grandma's?
Yes, we did both. When I was young, yes, we went to my dad's or my mom's first,
and then you went to your dad's.
And then we went to my dad's
afterwards.
Yes.
So
we ate twice.
Yeah.
And it was spaced out because we did. My grandfather, my mom's side, would do it right around 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And then my grandmother on my dad's side, we'd have it around 4.
So around dinner.
So it was kind of a nice break because I could see all my cousins.
Yeah.
So I got to see all my cousins, and we'd do all, if it was nice out, we'd be outside or whatever. Or we'd watch the football game.
By the time I was around Christmas, you rotated from aunt to aunt.
Yes.
To Nana's.
Yes. Yeah. Once they got older.
And I remember a couple of Christmases, your dad's Nana and Papa came to your mom's. Like I remember them at Aunt Betty's once.
Yeah. I think that's
a lot of times she couldn't because she always had people stopping at her house.
Right.
Like one of the other cousins or someone would say, "Oh, we'll see you," and then so she,
I think that's the part that's sad in a way, but then I understand it too, where my cousins would all get together. It was a big event because a lot of us. And then once you get older, girlfriends, then you become wives, then you become families, and then your grandparents start passing away, and then this side
anymore.
starts going this way because it just kind of gravitates to whoever. Like my aunt that side would be my aunt. My mom we'd be going to my mom's, or everybody would kind of go in their different directions, which is sad. I understand it, I do, but it's still sad. Like when we did the Christmas at Talkies, when we had Talkies Video, and we did
and
it.
All the
Everybody
cousins came. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. It
Yeah.
was. It was really wild. We took all the video things out. We had tables set up, and we had video games at that time you could play, and there was a lot of room to do. But I will say this: I loved it, but there was an element of home missing from it.
Yes. If it was at someone's home, it would have been.
Yeah. Even if you are, okay, let's put it this way. If we were to have it here, say we had, and it'd be tough because it's not a big house. Even though if it was in different rooms, you have the dining room going, you have the bedroom. Hope you have the bedroom going. It's a whole different party. That's a whole different Friendsgiving there. But if you had the living room, the dining room, and the basement, the game room, whatever, it still would be an element of home. Everybody's in a different place, sort of.
Was it Thanksgiving or Christmas? Our first year we had down in here.
That was, oh boy.
Was it Thanksgiving or Christmas? And the only reason your nonnas even let me do that was because the first year we were married, and I remember your nonna Mickey and them came. And
yes.
And really she must have told like Aunt Dolly and all the others they were coming here because she usually, wouldn't tell them that, but because it was our first year married, she was.
It was I'm pretty sure it was Thanksgiving because we were watching football too. We had the little TV set up, but we had a long because this wasn't really done up. I don't think like this.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it was like this, and
we had both sides of the family.
Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. Yeah, but there is something for the homey feel. Mm-hmm. For it, just something, I don't know.
And I'm pretty sure I did the turkey with but everyone brought something. Your mom and my mom.
Oh yeah, I think so. Everybody brought something.
Something.
It would be too tough for us to. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. So this survey about holiday gatherings, 39% believe this is their busiest holiday season ever, and like gathering trends, people feel busier. They're actually attending fewer gatherings, down to an average of 3 events this year compared to 5 last year. 36% wish they could attend more gatherings. That's a drop from 62% last year. Holiday excitement. Despite the reduced number of events, there's still a lot of holiday spirit. 2/3 are excited about the holidays, with Thanksgiving dinner coming in first, Christmas dinner right behind it. Very close, like 79 to 73%. Christmas parties, 43% being the most popular gathering. We used to have at work a Christmas thing. We don't do that anymore, which is fine. The new thing is the denim and diamonds thing. The survey also highlighted a growing awareness of sustainability among guests. 1/3 are more conscious about waste in their homes. Many plan to take only what they need to minimize food waste. Fewer people are planning to host gatherings this year, 38 versus 57 last year. But those who do are more enthusiastic about it. Many want their guests to be environmentally conscious. Nearly 1/3 are skeptical about their efforts. When it comes to what hosts want from their guests, food, so they want people to bring food, drinks top the list. They even want people to bring disposable plates for the help of cleanup. That is tough when you're using. My mom always uses regular plates because she says she likes to do dishes afterwards.
But they sit in the sink
until she gets to them
that day,
and that's fine because you want to visit, but she doesn't have a dishwasher down. She doesn't have a dishwasher at all.
Yeah,
which we don't either anymore. So yeah, that's just some of the things that people are looking forward to as far as getting together. A lot of people traveling this time of year. 58% said they're going to be spending more than last year, like trips costing around $5,000, depending on where they have to go for round trip. That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
especially if you have a family though.
Well, if you live away from your family and you have to fly there.
A lot of people too want to go to Mexico. That has become the most popular holiday travel destination
I wonder
for
why.
most Americans. Want to go to Mexico.
I don't know why.
The Bahamas comes in second. So I like the Bahamas. We went to the Bahamas.
Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah, it was.
We went in the summertime, though. It was hot.
So then I asked AI to give me some stories of people that had disastrous the first Thanksgiving. And these are stories that came out that were just nightmarish.
Like their first
Their
one
first
when they're
one
married.
just did not go well. Yeah, like this one's called The Melting Flatware, which one this one doesn't seem that bad to me because it's a host discovered a disaster on her first Thanksgiving dinner. She found her plastic-handled flatware had melted in the dishwasher. It looked like modern art gone wrong. After a frantic trip to the store, she managed to serve dinner 2 hours late, but it took 2 years before she hosted again due to the embarrassment. But it's just that one didn't seem that bad to me. You can't find another plastic spoon to get whatever you need. We have so many. I've got them in the shed because we got them for our holidays we do during the summer. Number 2, the puppy pie predicament. A woman baked 2 beautiful pies for Thanksgiving, left them unattended while she went for a run. When she returned, she found her puppy had devoured half of both pies, leaving behind a very purple mess. The combination of a ruined dessert and a mischievous puppy made for a memorable holiday story. I can see puppies getting especially Rigby, big time.
Rigby's taking full hot pans off the stove.
Now, here's one that kind of disgusted me a little bit, kind of made me think a lot about what are people doing. This is called the toilet potato drain.
The toilet potato drain?
Yeah, at one Thanksgiving, a woman was tasked with draining 15 pounds of potatoes. In a moment of confusion, her husband's uncle decided to drain them in the toilet instead of the sink. After fishing them out of the toilet,
Ew.
he whispered, "No one will ever know."
No way. Ow.
And they proceeded to serve the mashed potatoes anyway, leading to an unforgettable meal.
Oh, God.
Now, you can't tell me that
Did
ain't
they all
disgusting.
get sick?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Oh,
First of all,
God.
why are you draining them in the toilet? Are you going to be all right?
That's gross.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's gross. Don't feed me to potatoes that's been in the toilet.
This is called the turkey tumble. During one family gathering.
That reminds me of the Raymond episode when our turkey goes on the floor and just throws it into the
Yeah,
oven.
Grandpa tripped while carrying a turkey to the table, sending it skipping across the floor and crashing into the front door. After a moment of shocked silence, he simply picked it up and continued carving it as if nothing happened. Grandma retreated to her bedroom in disbelief.
I'm sorry, that would be funny. You'd remember that forever.
Oh, yeah, your trip, there goes the turkey, slide across the floor, hits the front door.
Hope you don't have a lot of dogs, so you're picking dog hair.
Well,
off
that and like if it's going across to the front door, then people walking with their shoes.
Yeah,
It's
where
picking up all
walked.
the rock salt if you live in a place that has snow.
Yeah.
You never know. So that's the turkey tumble. How about the great stuffing catapult? In another household, a dad tried to force the lid onto an oversized turkey roaster by climbing on a chair and pushing down real hard.
And it went poof.
Instead of breaking the breastbone, he launched stuffing all over the kitchen, up the window and onto the ceiling. This chaotic moment became an enduring family legend. I'm sure it did. Pooped out some stuffing all over them. Everything. The butter pet incident. One family had a tradition of getting a turkey-shaped butter every year. So apparently they like turkey-shaped butter. One year their dog snuck up and devoured it in one bite right before everyone could react. Now they're jokingly referred to their dog as the pet sacrifice, making it a running joke every Thanksgiving dinner. And then there's the electric roaster fail. One woman once prepared a turkey in an electric roaster, but forgot to connect it properly. They ended up eating dinner without a turkey and finally had sandwiches around 10:30 p.m. after realizing their mistake 14 hours after cooking began. This led to laughter and camaraderie over their shared kitchen blunder. Some people can find fun
in it.
It happens. So those are just some of the chaotic stories. There's a couple more. There's the roll eating contest. A family gathered. Someone suggested a roll eating contest. They ate so many rolls that they ran out. The following year, one cousin showed up with 10 packages of rolls, determined to win. Just her entrance with all those bags cracked everyone up, and they never attempted that contest again. So they didn't eat all the rolls but once. One man proposed to his girlfriend during Thanksgiving dinner while surrounded by family. He was so nervous that he couldn't eat anything beforehand. And after the proposal, his fiancée was too excited to eat either. The moment became a cherished moment for all the family to remember. So they didn't eat. I think I'd have chowed down.
Nerves and
Come on,
excitement.
baby, we're getting married. And this one, I don't have the end of the catnap disaster. One Thanksgiving accident they let their cat take a nap in a bowl of mashed potatoes.
Ew.
Just after they'd been prepared, they had to scoop out the top layer before serving it.
Well,
they let the cat sleep on the mashed potatoes.
The cat.
Ew. You know how I feel about cats on the counter.
Well,
you know how I feel
cat
about that.
hair would be in the
walking
potatoes.
On the counter. I know they say, well, cats are clean. I don't give a crap. I don't want no cat walking on your counters, on your kitchen table. Yuck. I'm not eating there. No offense. I still love you as a person, but I'm not eating there. Sorry. That's just me. I just don't get it. I told you that story that I had to go to that house and the cats were all over and she wanted to give me cookies. I said, no, thank you. And Joe got mad at me. He said, why didn't you take their cookies? I said, I'm not. The cat was just on where the butter and all. No. All of the kitchen counter, the stove, there's no way. And he just kind of shook his head at me, but I'm sorry. So those are just some of my summer Thanksgiving disaster. We never really had a Thanksgiving disaster like in her. We had a what you would call a graduation disaster where Terry dumped a whole thing of rigatoni down the stairs and RJ's shoes. Mm-hmm. We had that.
It was Zachary's graduation.
Yeah, we did do that. But even then, though, that wasn't the only. We had more.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like that was the only.
Yeah, but we lost about a half of a container of rigatoni. We lost. I
remember Lisa picking it all up.
Oh, she was trying, and she had white pants on. She was scrubbing my steps, and I was like, Lisa, don't ruin your clothes. Oh, your carpet's ruined. I'm like,
Oh, the pink carpeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, our pink carpeting.
It had spots, and RJ's shoes were full, though.
They were, and I think he still wore them after that. Didn't he? Like a year or two after?
I dumped him out and put him in a bucket of water that day and tried to get the smell out of him because he really smelled funny between feet and tomato sauce,
So I hope you enjoyed our Thanksgiving memories going down memory lane. We hope you have
a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. We hope you get together with family and friends or however you want to do it. And whatever you want to serve. I don't think it's, and I think too, I don't think it's about the food. Yes, the food is great, but it's just something about getting together. Because we haven't seen Nathan and Alexis in a while. We haven't seen, we just saw Zach and Sarah because I was trying to fix his sink for 6 hours and that didn't work. But yeah, just getting together, seeing Lisa and
but we
all the family.
hadn't seen them for over 2 months.
And they haven't seen the kids.
And I'm sorry, Zach. I hope your hat has come off by now.
Oh, Terry cut our youngest son's hair. And, let's just say.
He didn't like it.
He's been wearing a hat ever since. And it doesn't look bad. I'm sorry.
If he would swoop it the way I did it the first time,
He's a swooper.
I thought it looked really good.
I did too.
But then he was like, I wanted it to go the other way. You don't listen to me. I'm like,
he said, you finally did it. I'm never coming back. he wouldn't even come downstairs. And then when he did come downstairs, luckily he had a hoodie on, and he put the hoodie on.
Yeah, he put the hood on.
I don't know. He's still, I don't know why he's whatever. But I thought
I did a really good job.
And I always say to him,
he hated it.
You can't complain about a haircut when someone has learned over YouTube. I'm sorry. Well, not this. I mean, your friends all, and even your sister have taken classes.
I helped them
but
study.
Just because
I know, them study.
But that doesn't mean that's like I could watch.
But do knowing the bones in your head really help you cut hair, right?
The bones in your head.
She had to learn all kinds of crap that.
Oh, like how to, well, I mean, maybe it's if you shave it completely, you want to be careful. I don't know. But anyway, so that's our weekend of trying to fix a clogged drain and cutting hair not very well.
Yeah. I thought I did.
And Terry and Fen having poopy parties in the bathroom. Congratulations. Another bonding moment.
It was just not planned that way,
So anyway, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget, every Monday we have a new episode, and we would love you to subscribe and like and text us and use Speakpipe. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us about your Thanksgiving. Hopefully you had are going to have a nice one. What are you having for Thanksgiving? Text us. What's your favorite food? Your side dish? Maybe I'll put that on there as a next question. Yeah, favorite side dish for Thanksgiving. Wins. Yeah, see if stuffing actually is number one. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook or X. And we really appreciate you joining us. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We are out.
Have a great week. Don't forget to be thankful.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.